I feel like I know who Usher finna bring out. I'm telling y'all, I know the secret.
I came here today just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Young Miami has been making headlines ever since her high-profile split from Sean Diddy Combs, and the latest rumors surrounding her love life are nothing short of jaw-dropping. After enduring what some are calling one of the most chaotic celebrity relationships of the decade, she seems to be turning over a new leaf and into the arms of a new man. But hold on, because this isn't just any rebound. The City Girls star is now linked to none other than NFL sensation Stefon Diggs, sparking whispers of a fresh romance that has the internet buzzing. And if that wasn't enough to keep fans glued to their screens, the plot thickens. Rumors are swirling that young Miami might be flipping the script and testifying against her ex in his explosive legal battles. Is she finally ready to leave the drama behind, or is this just the beginning of a whole new chapter? Let's break it all down.
The judge has denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs. Of course, this was the hip-hop mogul's latest bid for freedom as he remains in federal jail for his racketeering and sex trafficking case.
Over the weekend, Miami was spotted celebrating Diggs' 31st birthday at the exclusive Hotspot Carbone in Miami, a telltale sign that something might be brewing between the two. Paparazzi caught her leaving the restaurant with a drink in hand, looking radiant and carefree while Diggs hung back, trying to keep a low profile. Coincidence? Hardly. Fans were quick to connect the dots, especially after Miami posted a now deleted Instagram story featuring birthday decor that screamed intimate celebration.
Gotcha.
Metallic fringe, a neon happy birthday sign, and the number 31 were on full display, leaving little doubt about who she was celebrating with. And let's not forget the time she attended a Houston Texans game earlier this year, where Diggs plays, sporting his custom signature sneakers. If that's not a sign of mutual admiration, what is? But while Miami's rumored new romance has fans swooning, her former relationship with Diddy is casting a long shadow. Once one of the most talked about couples in the industry, their dynamic always seemed unconventional. Open relationships, public declarations of love, and private drama defined their time together. However, things took a dark turn when Diddy's legal troubles came to light, and many believe it was the straw that broke the camel's back. The music mogul is currently behind bars facing serious allegations, and his legal woes don't seem to be letting up anytime soon. What makes this even more intriguing is the speculation that young Miami might be cooperating with authorities. Yes, you heard that right. Could she be helping investigators piece together the puzzle of Diddy's alleged wrongdoings? While nothing has been confirmed, insiders hint that her silence about certain aspects of their relationship might not last much longer.
We're going to simplify for everybody on this run right here. We're going to go with Diddy.
And that's final.
Yeah, that's final, but
The timeline of their split has been blurry, but one thing is clear. The fallout was inevitable. Miami and Diddy's relationship was as public as it was puzzling. From the moment they made things official on her podcast, Karesha Please, in 2022, fans were hooked on their unconventional love story. We're dating, we go on dates, we're friends, we go to exotic locations, we have great times, Diddy explained during their infamous interview. But the open nature of their arrangement raised eyebrows. While Miami insisted she was single but dating, Diddy was juggling multiple romantic connections, even welcoming a child with another woman during their time together. Despite the drama, Miami seemed unbothered, or so it appeared. It goes both ways. Ain't nothing one-sided over here, she told Black Enterprise, defending their setup. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming.
So how would you feel about me telling people that I'm single? Because we go together.
Fast forward to 2023, and the cracks turned into full-blown fissures. Diddy's mounting legal issues, including accusations of misconduct and manipulation, began to overshadow their relationship. Miami, who had always fiercely defended her independence, found herself dragged into the chaos. Allegations surfaced that she was involved in questionable activities during her time with Diddy, ranging from enabling his behavior to participating in his alleged schemes. While Miami has vehemently denied any wrongdoing, the rumors have only fueled speculation about her potential role in Diddy's legal battles. What's even more shocking is the possibility that Miami could be a key witness in the case against Diddy. Insiders claim that investigators are looking into the inner workings of his personal and professional life, and Miami, as someone who was close to him during the height of the alleged incidents, could provide crucial testimony. Some sources suggest that she might even be cooperating with the FBI in exchange for immunity or a reduced sentence if any allegations against her hold weight. While this remains unverified, the mere idea has sent fans into a frenzy, with many debating whether Miami is simply protecting herself or actively seeking justice.
Now, to the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
Adding fuel to the fire are the lawsuits that have named Miami alongside Diddy. In one particularly damning case, she was accused of receiving financial benefits in exchange for maintaining her relationship with the mogul. The suit claimed that Diddy bragged about paying monthly stipends to several women, including Miami, for their loyalty and companionship. While Miami has publicly denied these claims, famously declaring, "I'm not a worker, never sold anything a day in my life." The allegations have cast a shadow over her otherwise glamorous persona. Even more troubling are the accusations that she helped transport certain party favors for Diddy, a claim she has also disputed. According to her team, she has time-stamped photo evidence proving she was in New York City when the alleged incidents occurred. Still, the court of public opinion remains divided.
A U.S. judge has ruled that the rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal trafficking and racketeering charges in May. He'll be held in prison until then. Sean Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that he used his business empire to transport women and male workers across state lines to take part in recorded performances. If convicted, he could face a life sentence.
Meanwhile, Diddy's situation has gone from bad to worse. After being arrested in September on charges that include racketeering and orchestrating elaborate events, he has been denied bail multiple times. Prosecutors argue that he poses a threat to witnesses and victims, citing his alleged history of intimidation tactics. From handwritten notes discovered during a prison cell raid, where he reportedly instructed family members to find dirt on accusers, to accusations of using his children as pawns in a public relations campaign, Diddy's actions have only raised more questions about his character. His legal team, however, maintains his innocence, describing the allegations as a witch hunt fueled by individuals seeking financial gain.
Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the shoe have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there, he was like an overnight guest.
For Miami, distancing herself from the storm has been a delicate balancing act. While she has publicly denied any involvement in Diddy's alleged misdeeds, her name continues to be linked to his controversies. Fans and critics alike have speculated about the true nature of their relationship and whether Miami was complicit or simply caught in the crossfire. Her decision to stay silent on certain matters has only added to the intrigue, leaving many wondering if she's holding on to secrets that could change the course of Diddy's trial. As Miami navigates this new chapter of her life, her rumored romance with Stefon Diggs offers a glimmer of hope. The NFL star, known for his talent on the field and his charm off it, seems to be a refreshing change of pace for the rapper. While the two have yet to confirm their relationship status, their recent outings suggest a budding connection. For Miami, this could be the fresh start she desperately needs, a chance to leave behind the chaos of her past and focus on building a brighter future. Fans are rooting for her, hoping she finds happiness and stability after years of public scrutiny.
How did you all move on from such a public relationship and keep it all private? Like, there was no spill out, there was no mess, there was nothing for us to write about on Hollywood Unlocked. It was just...
But the question remains, will Miami's past with Diddy continue to haunt her? Or can she truly move on? As the legal drama unfolds, all eyes are on her next move. Will she take the stand and reveal what she knows? Or will she maintain her silence and let the chips fall where they may? One thing's for sure, young Miami is no stranger to the spotlight, and whatever happens next, she'll be ready to face it head on. For now, though, the world watches and waits, eager to see how this tangled web of love, betrayal, and justice will unravel. As the dust settles on young Miami's rumored romance with NFL star Stefon Diggs, the story of her tumultuous relationship with Sean Diddy Combs continues to provide endless intrigue. Their relationship, which once seemed like a glamorous whirlwind of luxury vacations, high-profile events, and heartfelt Instagram posts, has now devolved into a maze of courtrooms, accusations, and legal drama. But how exactly did this once powerful duo fall apart? And what role might young Miami play in the unraveling of Diddy's empire? The answers lie in the messy, complicated history of their relationship and the explosive allegations that have come to light in recent months.
So you heard him. If you're a city girl, go get you a bad boy so you can act bad, because we acting bad. Something you heard.
We just enjoying life, living our fucking best.
When young Miami and Diddy first went public with their unconventional arrangement, it seemed like they had cracked the code for modern celebrity relationships. They were dating but not exclusive, affectionate but not possessive. Diddy was the larger-than-life music mogul with decades of influence under his belt, while Miami was the rising star from City Girls, bringing her unique energy to the table. Together, they were a tabloid dream. Fans were captivated by their dynamic, especially after their candid conversation on Miami's podcast, Caresha Please, where Diddy famously admitted, "We go together, real bad." It was a moment that seemed to solidify their bond, even as both insisted they were free to see other people.
I feel like you single, well, we go together.
You single, well, we go together.
But behind the laughter and matching red carpets, their relationship had its share of complications. For one, Diddy's lifestyle was far from ordinary. He wasn't just a music executive. He was a man whose reputation was built on excess. Extravagant parties, elaborate events, and an endless stream of acquaintances defined his world. While Miami seemed to embrace this lifestyle initially, it's now believed that she may have been exposed to far more than she bargained for. The lawsuits against Diddy paint a picture of a man who allegedly constructed an entire ecosystem of enablers and participants to cater to his every whim. Miami, as one of his closest companions during this period, found herself at the center of these allegations, whether she wanted to be or not. The lawsuits, which have made headlines for their shocking claims, include everything from accusations of manipulation to orchestrated schemes that allegedly involved multiple people within Diddy's circle. In one particularly explosive case, Diddy's former producer, Rodney Jones-Jarr, claimed that Diddy bragged about providing financial support to several women, including Miami, in exchange for their loyalty. While Miami has denied these allegations, the mere association has raised questions about her role in his inner circle. Was she an innocent bystander swept up in the chaos? Or did she know and landed Diddy in legal hot water? What complicates the narrative even further is the claim that Miami might have had a deeper understanding of Diddy's operations than she's let on. While she's publicly distanced herself from the allegations, some insiders have suggested that her role may have gone beyond just being a companion. One source alleges that Miami was introduced to key figures in Diddy's business dealings, potentially giving her insight into how he managed his personal and professional worlds. Though there's no concrete evidence linking her to any wrongdoing, speculation continues to swirl, particularly because of her proximity to Diddy during some of the periods under scrutiny. Could she have been a silent observer to some of his more questionable activities?
Public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
Adding even more intrigue to this complicated saga are whispers that Miami's own legal team has been working behind the scenes to ensure she remains untangled from Diddy's mounting troubles. According to rumors, her attorneys have been in quiet communication with investigators, offering up limited information in exchange for assurances that Miami won't face charges. Of course, nothing has been confirmed, but this speculation has fueled endless debates online. Some fans believe Miami is being unfairly targeted simply because of her association with Diddy, while others think she may be strategically protecting herself by cooperating discreetly. Whatever the truth may be, it's clear that Miami's legal strategy has been calculated, with her team working overtime to keep her name clean.
And I understand that he has a shrink coming by his cell to see him several times a day. And now there's talk about putting him in, it's like a bubble. It's like a cell that has like a plexiglass wall in it where they have inmates watching you. That's actually their job, to keep an eye on the inmates that are on watch.
What's even more fascinating is how Miami has managed to keep her public image relatively intact throughout all of this. Unlike Diddy, whose reputation has taken a beating, Miami has largely avoided being painted as a villain in the media. She's remained active on social media, posting lighthearted videos and glamorous photos that project an air of normalcy. This has allowed her to maintain her fan base while quietly navigating the storm in her private life. However, some critics argue that her silence on Diddy's legal troubles is deafening, suggesting that she might be avoiding accountability. Whether her approach is a savvy PR strategy or simply an attempt to shield herself from further scrutiny, it's undeniably working for now.
Me, you want to know what I do when I act bad? I do what the I want.
Adding to the complexity of the situation is the timeline of their breakup. While neither Diddy nor Miami has publicly confirmed the exact moment their relationship ended, it's clear that things began to unravel as Diddy's legal troubles mounted. By the time he was arrested in September, Miami had already started to distance herself, focusing on her career and spending time with her family. However, the timing of her apparent split from Diddy has fueled speculation that she may have cut ties to protect herself from being implicated in his alleged actions. Some insiders even suggest that Miami's decision to walk away wasn't entirely her own, hinting at external pressures from legal authorities or her management team. What's even more intriguing is the possibility that Miami could play a pivotal role in Diddy's ongoing legal battles. Rumors are swirling that she may be cooperating with investigators, potentially providing information about her time with Diddy in exchange for immunity or leniency. While this remains unconfirmed, the idea isn't far-fetched. After all, Miami was one of the few people who had a front row seat to Diddy's private life during the period in question. If she does decide to testify, her account could provide valuable insight into the allegations against him and potentially tip the scales in the prosecution's favor.
It's a question of that, but when you read through the indictment, it's pretty clear who could be indicted as a co-conspirator. Right now, there are people in the indictment who would be considered unnamed co-conspirators, but clearly have played a role in this conspiracy. And I think prosecutors have some big leverage on them because they're hoping that they testify against Diddy as prosecution witnesses.
Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team is fighting tooth and nail to discredit these claims, describing them as little more than a coordinated attack on his reputation. His lawyers have repeatedly emphasized his philanthropic efforts, his role as a father, and his contributions to the music industry, framing him as a misunderstood icon rather than a criminal mastermind. But as more accusers come forward and the lawsuits pile up, it's becoming increasingly difficult to reconcile this image with the allegations being made against him. From orchestrating elaborate events to allegedly coercing individuals within his circle, the accusations paint a deeply troubling picture of a man who wielded his power in ways that crossed ethical and legal boundaries.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, sexual assault, and rape at the hands of Diddy.
For Miami, the challenge now is to rebuild her image while navigating the fallout from her association with Diddy. Although she has consistently denied any involvement in the more scandalous aspects of his life, the court of public opinion is far less forgiving. Social media has been flooded with debates about her role in the situation, with some fans defending her as a victim of circumstance and others criticizing her for staying silent when the allegations first surfaced. Regardless of where the truth lies, one thing is certain: Miami's reputation has been impacted by her relationship with Diddy, and it will take time for her to fully separate herself from the controversy.
Yeah, I feel like I know who Usher's gonna bring out. I'm telling y'all, I know the secret.
As for her rumored romance with Stefon Diggs, it's hard to say whether this relationship represents a fresh start or merely a distraction from the chaos. While the two have been spotted together on multiple occasions, they've remained tight-lipped about the nature of their connection. For now, their relationship appears to be in its early stages, marked by quiet dinners and subtle social media posts rather than grand declarations of love. But if there's one thing we know about young Miami, it's that she doesn't shy away from the spotlight for long. If this relationship is the real deal, we can expect to see more of them together in the coming months. In the meantime, the focus remains on Diddy's legal battles, which show no signs of slowing down. His most recent court appearance revealed even more details about the allegations against him, including claims that he attempted to intimidate witnesses from behind bars. Prosecutors allege that he used handwritten notes to instruct his associates to gather information on accusers, a tactic that has only added to the perception of him as a man willing to go to extreme lengths to protect his empire. These revelations have put his legal team on the defensive, forcing them to address not only the charges against him, but also his behavior in custody.
Defendants, but there's also strategic reasons for the prosecutors to want him to have co-defendants, because right now he hasn't waived his right to a speedy trial, which would force prosecutors to take up the trial pretty quick, which they actually might not be ready to do. But if they supersede him and have co-defendants with him, it makes it a lot easier to pursue a trial continuance without him waiving his speedy trial right.
As the trial date approaches, the stakes couldn't be higher. For Diddy, the outcome of this case could determine the future of his career and his legacy. For Miami, the challenge is to prove that she's more than just a footnote in his story. Whether she chooses to speak out, cooperate with investigators, or simply focus on her own projects, her next moves will undoubtedly be scrutinized by fans, critics, and the media alike. And for Stefon Diggs, his rumored relationship with Miami could thrust him into a spotlight he may not have anticipated, adding yet another layer of complexity to this already tangled web.
What his team is trying to do is get the public to assume that the government is leaking some of this negative information about him, like that Cassie video. But the reality is, he's got a lot of enemies, and I really don't believe it's the government.
So where does that leave us? With more questions than answers, as usual? What exactly does Miami know about Diddy's alleged actions? And will she ever share her side of the story? How will Diddy's legal team respond to the mounting evidence against him? And can they salvage his reputation before it's too late? And perhaps most importantly, what does the future hold for young Miami as she tries to leave this chapter of her life behind? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates as this story continues to unfold. This is far from over. Stay tuned.